Hello and welcome to my first impressions video for Total War Warhammer. I'm going to talk about my experiences with the Empire campaign so far and also some quick thoughts on the game in general. Total War Warhammer is the newest entry in the Esteem series by developers Creative Assembly. Built upon Games Workshop's fantasy IP, it brings a wide range of creatures, monsters and gribblies to the tried and tested Total War formula. Now, I preface this first look with the mention that, aside from a very brief dalliance with Total War Shogun 2, this really is my first real attempt at playing a Total War game. So if I'm impressed or down on any features that have been long-standing in the series, then you have my sincerest apologies. With that said, I got stuck into the meat of the Empire campaign first, as this seemed a logical starting point. I was offered a choice of faction leader. Seeing as I was going as vanilla as possible so I could get my bearings, I chose the newly elected Emperor Karl Franz, a bloke with a big hammer and a very fancy hat. As I had enabled the introduction, I was treated to an FMV introducing me to the Empire and setting the scene for the coming campaign. I was then immediately thrown into a battle to defend the capital city Altdorf as a relief force coming in from another city. This allowed a nice little tutorial that showed me the basics of troop movement and battlefield management and let me kill some dirty, smelly greenskins. From there, things take a slightly more generic turn as I was thrust into the world of Imperial Civil War. Apparently some lords took exception to Karl Franz's emperorship and so start a little rebellion. This does take the fun out of things a bit, as most of the armies you'll fight to begin with, unless you go out of your way to antagonize people, will be other Empire armies mostly made up of swordsmen, spearmen, and crossbow people. So, kind of dull? There may be the odd orc raider thrown in just for flavour, but you have to rely on them to kind of come to you. As the campaign opens up, I'm sure I'll get stuck into some of the other, perhaps more interesting races, with lots of over-the-top Warhammer creatures, magic and war machines taking to the field. All 4 campaigns are available to begin with, and I will be checking them out to see how their starts compare with the Empire's and if they're any more interesting. The campaign map is really nice to look at, and does have some limited tutorial help along with reams of text available via the built-in browser. However, I did still find myself getting frustrated at how to do some things, and the answers to my questions weren't always obvious, or entries in the help system weren't always expanded on enough. It's taken a lot of trial and error to figure some things out, and it really feels more like the start of a civilization game, where it takes a few goes to learn how resources, the tech tree, and build priority work, and how you can best leverage them to your advantage. As I said in my hands-on from EGX last September, the game really stirs up nostalgia for the old Dark Omen and Shadow of the Horned Rat games, and whilst Total War takes things to the next level in terms of army management and running an actual civilization, the feels are as strong as ever. Though I do miss having to click repeatedly on a button to bolster my troops in combat. Creative Assembly have really done their homework in creating a good representation of the Warhammer fantasy world, as it was before the end times. And I'm definitely looking forward to experiencing more of what the game has to offer, once I get the hang of it. It also looks fantastic, as you'd expect from the screenshots and gameplay videos the studio has been putting out, and some of the content that we've got to come. Too long didn't read. If this is your first Total War game, like it is mine, then there is something of a steep learning curve. But as a game representation of the old world of Warhammer Fantasy, then its mixture of high-level and battlefield strategy with all the Warhammer elements we love make it the best one yet. Check back with us soon for a full review once we've expanded our empire out into the world and checked in with some of the other races.
Weapons ready! Crossbows ready, General! Swordsman! Yes, General! General! Spearmen!
The omens are good, brothers.
We are Sigmar's heirs! We are Sigmar's heirs! The Empire endures! We are the bulwark against the Green Menace! Shields up!
Your troops will fire at will without orders to the contrary, Commander. Have them conserve their ammunition,
On
if
my
you so wish.
command! Quick march! Ready! Yes, sir! Quickly! Spearmen! Moving now!
We are Sigma's
For Heldenhammer! Go!
The enemy command the high ground. Attack with caution, my lord.
Swordsman! At speed! The Empire endures! Taking position! Swordsman! Yes, sir! For Heldenhammer! See to it! Battle awaits! Sir! Swordsman! The Empire endures! By Ulrich's wrath! Battle awaits! Ready! Conditions acceptable! The Empire endures! Spearmen! For the Emperor! long as we draw breath, they will die!
Crossbows ready, General!
Charge!
Swordsmen! By Ulrich's rock!
Our weapons are yours! For Heldenhammer! By Galmarez! The Empire endures!
Spearmen! Swordsmen!
Ready for war! Sigmar guides us! Sigmar calls!
Swordsmen!